Update. My fiancé got a face tattoo without talking to anyone. Original post. I am honestly stunned right now. My fiancé Kim, I've just learned, is completely insane. She took some days off work this week sick and avoided seeing most people in person. She claimed she was feeling sick and just wanted to stay home alone. She has never given me any indication that she would lie about this in the 6 years we've been together. No one in her family had any worries because she was a stable individual who would never do anything crazy. Well, she got a face tattoo. She took 3 sick days from work to recover from the fact that she got a face tattoo. She told no one of this plan beforehand. I have never in our time together been talked to about tattoos by Kim, and she showed no indication that she was even interested in getting any. I was not even the first to learn. Her sister visited her because she got worried after Kim canceled meeting with her for lunch on her 3rd day sick and got a grand reveal. She didn't tell anyone beforehand because she didn't want to be talked out of it, and hid the results because the swelling and redness were so bad that we would react badly and not be able to understand the artistic meaning. Kim is Asian American, and she got Japanese symbols going down her forehead and under her eye. I don't know the meaning of them. I don't really know if I care to know the meaning of them. Kim's parents are Japanese immigrants, and according to her sister, who was nice enough to inform me of this whole debacle, this is a big no-no in Japanese culture. Tattoos have links to crime and are looked down upon. Her parents are beside themselves, and that is a whole other set of drama I can't even begin to approach. Kim talked to me last night about it and acted offended and started a fight because I told her it was absolutely insane of her to do this. She works a public-facing job. She talks face-to-face with clients in the financial industry. The minute her boss finds out, the career that she went to school for will be over. She actually didn't consider her job or family or me at all and decided a long time ago she was going to express herself freely without any concerns. I'm worried about her right now. This is not normal. She blocked my number after our fight and is ghosting me and her sister because we're trying to help. But dear Lord, this is far beyond me. I cannot comprehend what I'm even supposed to do right now. Kim's lost her mind. Is there any chance I will be happy married to this? A woman who went and got a face tattoo and hid the fact because she knew we would all talk her out of it? Dear Lord, I really need to run, don't I? Now for the top comments before reading the update. I'm sitting next to my friend who took over her father's tattoo shop, and one of the big 3 rules that she took from her dad and has the tattoo artists under her employment follow is no face tattoos as a person's first tattoo. I have a friend who is a tattoo artist. They refer to neck tattoos as life ruiners and would never put a piece on someone's face as first ink. Usually a good artist will try to encourage first tattoos to be in easily covered or less obvious places. I can't even imagine where she found someone to do it. I don't get this either. I have full sleeves and a ton of other tattoos, and my artist was hesitant still about tattooing my fingers. Not for no reason, but damn, to get one on your face right away? How did she spring that? Dang. I got a finger tattoo pretty early on, so it's surprising to me that this is a thing lots of artists won't do. Although mine is a small wedding ring tattoo and is hidden under my actual ring when I wear it. So maybe that played a role? In my experience, wedding band tattoos are one of the few exceptions artists will make for hand tattoos, if you don't already have a lot. I know quite a few people who were flat out told no when inquiring about tattoos on the hand and neck, unless they already had many. But no one seems to question the wedding band, probably because it is so small and symbolic of a lifelong commitment. Plus, they don't seem to have the same taboo as other hand tattoos. If she's acting this completely out of character, there might actually be something wrong. I have no idea how to approach it, but I'd say she needs to see a doctor and be evaluated. I'm so sorry. It's a very helpless feeling. I thought the same thing. OP, I would check for brain tumors, early onset schizophrenia, and bipolar disorder. If this is out of nowhere behavior, something medically serious could be going on. Edit/update. I read through the replies, but I can't really respond to all of you, so I'll just update here. The engagement is pretty much off. Kim has told me she never wants to see me again, and I woke up this morning with her ring and a box of stuff I gave her on my porch. I don't know what's going on with her. Her sister and family have been trying their best, but nothing on their end is working. I brought up to her sister the idea this is a mental breakdown and they are looking into getting her help. It's painfully slow, considering Kim is not responding to anything and is refusing to talk to anyone. I really don't know what to say here, I guess. To answer some questions, Kim is 29 and I'm 28. In the 7 years I've known her, she has never acted like this at all. She had a good relationship with her parents, and while they were a bit overbearing at times, they supported her in going to college and getting a career, rather than starting a family. From what I've gathered, they probably would have been fine with any tattoo she got as long as it was not on her face, neck, or hands. Even then, this kind of behavior is as far from Kim as I could have imagined. She just lost her mind out of nowhere? It's not like I can do anything about it either. She's blocked my number and does not want to see me. I'm just at a loss for words. One day I'm engaged and the next I'm not, and my ex has a face tattoo. Now for the full update 9 months later. About 9 months ago, my ex-fiancée Kim got a face tattoo without telling anyone. This was just the start of her doing everything she could to ruin her life. She broke up with me and called off our 7-year relationship when I questioned why she did this. She worked in a client-facing job for an incredibly large financial institution and was let go within a month of showing back up for work after getting the tattoo. I kept in contact with Kim's sister hoping for some news. They tried to get her help as they thought she was having some kind of psychotic break. However, she eventually called the police on her own family, claiming that they were harassing her. After that, I decided to just walk away. Kim didn't just destroy her own life. When she broke up with me, I felt numb. I knew this wasn't Kim doing this. I wanted to believe deep down that Kim was always like this. Always this impulsive crazy who would ruin her life by getting a face tattoo. I tried to convince myself that I had not lost a wonderful woman who I had spent 7 years of my life with. However, the person who made these choices was not Kim. The woman who told me over the phone she hated my guts for not supporting her. The woman who wrote she hated me and only ever stayed with me out of pity. That was not the woman I asked to marry. That was not Kim. That was someone who I came to find out was having a mental breakdown that resulted in months of bad decisions that will affect the rest of her life. The day I walked away and told her sister I could not deal with it anymore was the worst day of my life. It hit me like a train. The numbness and denial of what I lost hit me all at once. I almost quit my own job and moved back home to my parents. I can only thank my boss for being so understanding that she let me take 4 weeks off to deal with what happened. She and the rest of my team went far beyond what should ever be expected of co-workers and management, that it makes me realize how close I was having to leave a job I actually enjoy. I never moved on from Kim, but I came to accept what had happened. I thought I was okay until 2 weeks ago. I got a call from Kim. She had blocked my number and done everything she could to remove me from her life. My mind just blanked when I saw it was her calling. I picked up, and it was actually her. We didn't talk. I did not know what to say to her. We decided she would come over to my place and we talked. The tattoo is still there, but she's covering it up now with makeup. She says when she has the funds, she's going to look into getting it removed if possible. She had lost a lot of weight since I last saw her. She's not been able to find a new job, and she'll probably need to move to a new city for that. She wasn't the Kim I had fallen in love with. She was like a shell of her. Something just wasn't there anymore that used to be. Kim told me what had happened. The year leading up to the tattoo was awful for her. The stress of everything seemed to pile up more and more. I'll respect her and keep much of what she told me secret. However, the thing that is important is that she secretly started doing methamphetamines to keep her performance up at work and to deal with everything. And one day, she just out of nowhere decided she hated everything about her life. She explained why at a time she wanted a tattoo. It doesn't really make much sense, but a lot of what she was thinking at a time didn't. And from there, she just lost control of everything. I won't talk about what happened after she disappeared, but it is not pretty. There are things she did that will follow her for the rest of her life. It explained a lot, but it did not make things any better. We talked for nearly the entire night. She did not leave my place till almost 4 a.m. Since then, she said that she wants to try and get back together with me. She admitted she knows things cannot be the same, yet she wants to try. I haven't talked to anyone about what I'm about to say yet. I've held off on talking to Kim about it because it feels selfish. But there's something about the way Kim acts, about the way it affected my life that irks me. When we talked that night, she said that I was lucky she cut me off. I was lucky I didn't get put through any of this. I was lucky that my crazy ex wasn't at my door screaming or showing up to my work and causing a scene. She acts like my life wasn't affected at all. I told her what happened after she left. How much it hurt, how I almost quit my job and moved across the country. Her response was dismissive. Like, because I didn't go through with that, I don't get to complain. She acted like because I was not the one with a tattoo on her face, I don't get to act like it had long-lasting effects on me. She didn't even apologize for the explicit and hateful note she left with my things when she returned them. Or for the phone call where she called me a manipulative, selfish a-hole who only wanted her for her body. Or even just for breaking up with me. She knows she was wrong to do it, but it's almost as if she's acting like because she had a breakdown, I can't hold her accountable for what she did to me, because it wasn't long-lasting. I texted her last night saying how hard it was for me when she left, and she ignored it entirely and tried to move on. No acknowledgement at all. I don't know why, but it hurt me. It hurt me so much. I feel like I did back when all those emotions finally hit me after she left. I wish she had just never came back into my life now. I wish I didn't know what happened. I wish I hadn't picked up the call. Because it hurts. But a part of me feels like I'm being selfish or complaining too much. That I don't get to feel this way because I'm not the one who had the mental breakdown. You are not being selfish. You are choosing yourself. She may have been going through a breakdown all those months ago, but she also chose herself over you, her family, and her career. Are you lucky that she cut you off? Maybe, but that's something that you are allowed to think, not something she's allowed to say, especially while being so dismissive and stoic in the face of the pain she put you through. I think you need to block her, cut contact completely and move on with your life free of her. You need to protect yourself emotionally and psychologically, and keeping in contact with her is not the way to do that. Be safe. Someone acting that way isn't choosing herself. She sounds dissociative and like she's barely coping. Meth puts hard miles on people. I think it's more accurate to say she chose drugs. That's very true. Perhaps it wasn't so much she chose drugs, but rather they stole her, her loved ones, her livelihood, and her life. But hopefully not all her life. While she clearly needs professional help and support, I don't think that OP should be the one to provide that. For both their sakes. Cut her off again. She thinks she's entitled to a relationship because she suffered a breakdown? She thinks she's deserving of a second chance, but she's not worthy of it because all she's ever been to you in the last year is a bloody migraine. So it's still just all about her. Never mind the hell you went through. It sounds like your gut is telling you not to get back with her. I agree with your gut. She had so many opportunities to make a better decision every step of the way. She had so many chances to let you in and get the support she needed, but she didn't. She let you drown with her, and now she's acting like she somehow spared you from what she went through? Your ex has a really long way to go before she can be in a relationship again with anybody. My friend is mad at me for rejecting her boyfriend in the past. So I, 20 female, have been single for quite some time now, and am now actively dating. I sometimes post on my stories or share relatable memes about wanting a relationship or I'm so lonely. So I normally get DMs from guys saying they want to wife me up or if I would be willing to go on a date with them. And like any other normal person, I have my own set of standards or preferences when it comes to looks and stature in life. Like if they have the same goals as me, etc. I have always been blunt and respectful when it comes to rejecting those that I don't think wouldn't suit my personality or what I'm looking for right now. Some are just trying to hook up or have a casual relationship, and I'm not very fond of that. And of course, not everybody is respectful or comprehends when I reject them and still continue to hit me up. Well, there's this one guy, let's call him Jeff. Jeff and I go to the same university and thought that I was cute. So he tracked down my socials and asked me out. I have some classes with him and didn't really hear the best things about him. So I told him I wasn't interested and that I was already dating someone and thinking of becoming serious with them. I am. But for a month or so, he still continued to DM me and bother me at times during class. Luckily though, it stopped and I heard him at someone else. What I didn't know was that the girl he was meeting was a friend of mine. She only recently found out that he liked me previously when she went through his phone and saw our DMs, which was mostly of him just talking. And now she's been making little digs at me, like sarcastically say, "Oh, you're the pretty one, right? You even rejected my boyfriend," or calling me Miss High Standards Girl, or "Sorry if my boyfriend or my tastes are below your standards," saying it in a joking way. Sometimes even when I come into a room with her and her boyfriend, she would automatically shield me from him or cover his eyes, but says all of that is a joke. Either way, I feel like I'm now walking on eggshells around her. I can't call her out immediately as we have the same major, and it's a small population, and have the same friend group. My friends just told me that I'm probably overthinking it, but her tone and now the way she treats me is different. Like sometimes she would scold me for wearing makeup or dressing a certain way when her man is there, as if I'm there to entice him all the time, even when she knows I'm now exclusive to someone else. How do you even address this? "Sorry, I didn't bang your boyfriend when I had a chance?" On a real note, maybe you should just talk to her and let her know that comments make you uncomfortable. You didn't want her man then, and you don't want him now. Neither one of them knows when to knock it off, so it sounds like they're perfect for each other. I'm gonna take a guess here that she's mad that her boyfriend isn't attractive in the eyes of everyone and wants to be seen as dating someone desirable. But if Opie had dated him, she still would have found a way to be insecure about it. Damned if she do, damned if she don't kind of situation. My guess would be that she's mad Opie's standards are higher than hers. Like Opie wouldn't settle for the type of crappy guys her friend would date. That, plus the knowledge that Opie is the unobtainable girl to her boyfriend, and she's the girl who would settle for him. That probably makes her feel like dirt in comparison, and she probably feels like a consolation prize. It's hard enough feeling like a consolation prize. She has to feel like a consolation prize when her friend is the first place prize. I've had friends who are prettier than me. I know it must sting. But there comes a point where you decide to be mature about it. Opie's friend needs to realize that she and Opie simply aren't the same person, so they're not going to be attracted to the same traits in men. They could even end up attracted to the same man, but for completely different reasons.